The school system has a shoe fund to make sure that children have proper footwear for the season. They start school with a pair of shoes that actually fit them so they don't fall on the playground. Church Without Walls has given donations to the shoe fund. We have some other things. We have a summer program with summer school sponsored by Title I, and we also have something called Lunch and Learn, which is an open feeding site, if you will. At 2 of our Title I schools, families come in. We don't ask any personal business. You come in, you get a meal, your child gets a meal. And then we have, with our Judy Center, we have some fun things for the kids to do. Parks and Rec are there, the public library. Dennett and young Dennett and Miss Mary, they have all come down to see this in action. But the Church Without Walls offered us donations to make sure that the mothers and the fathers that brought their kids to eat, they got to eat too, because the free food is for the kids. And we saw parents eating from their children's plates. Dennett took care of that for us. We didn't have to embarrass anyone. We could just take care of it. We have Head Start now as part of the St. Mary's County Public School program. Again, Dennett has been there. He has witnessed the program. He's come to see it. He knows when he tells you this is what's going on, he knows because we invite him. We invite any of you that would like to come in and see the programs that we have. We have a homeless tutoring program. Dennett has been right there to help us get that off the ground so that we can help kids that are supremely disadvantaged get the opportunity to get on a level playing field. And then he did a big surprise, and I didn't really believe him, but he said, Kelly, do you know who James Brown is? Well, I'm thinking the musician. And then he says, no, the sportscaster. So, well, yeah, I do. Well, he said he's a friend. Yeah, right. He brought JB down in the summer to talk to the kids in the summer school about work ethic and about school and sports and how he got himself to Harvard and that they didn't need a desk and they didn't need to be rich. They could sit down at the kitchen table and they could do their best work and learn. And he brought some signed footballs and he promised me that he would come back, and he did. The second time he came back to us, I said, what would be really good? We have these high school kids that want to be like broadcast journalists over at the tech center. He came down and talked to them. Then it came along. Other members of the Church Without Walls group came along. I can't tell you the impact that had on some kids who said, you know, if he can do it, so can I. JB says he'll be back this summer. I said, hey, the kids would like to have some football players. So I said, how about RG3? And Dennett pulled me aside and said, we do a lot. That will not happen. So I can't thank you enough. It's real. We're happy to show you what your contributions are. We have jobs for you. If you'd like to volunteer, we'll put you to work. The Living Word Church over there, a partner, they're going to give us some high school kids that are going to work with the soup kitchen during our lunch and learn and pack up boxes of food for families over the weekend because we aren't open over the weekend so that we can cover them. And, you know, I'll do letters for those kids so that they get community service. So we will work together and we will verify that this money is put to good use. So in closing, I want to read you a letter from a family that had a terrible house fire this year. And so I actually reached out to Dennett and said, here's what's going on. And this is their response. It says, Dear Pastor Goodwin and the Church Without Walls, I'm writing to express our sincere gratitude for the $500 donation we received from the Church Without Walls when we lost our home to a fire on February 20th, 2015. I never imagined our lives would be touched by such devastation, but we are very thankful no one was injured, especially our 4-year-old son and in-laws who were in the home when it happened. My father-in-law is handicapped, but was still able to get everyone, including our pets, out of the home and to safety. The home and everything we own was destroyed by the fire. Thanks to your gracious donation and the overwhelming response from our community, we were able to purchase clothing, groceries, basic necessities, and some toys for our 2 small children. We are slowly starting to rebuild, and in time, things will hopefully be back to normal. Again, thank you for the generous donation. God bless you and what you do to help others. So on behalf of St. Mary's County Public Schools, we thank you for your partnership, we thank you for your friendship, and we thank you for helping us help our children.
So my name is Jessica Wickham. I'm the youth pastor at Living Word Community Church. And actually, I wasn't even supposed to speak today. My father-in-law, the head pastor at the church, was. But God knew that I was going to have this opportunity. But I feel really blessed. I feel really blessed to be here with you guys today and to be able to speak and to have this opportunity. But I met Pastor Dennett and Miss Mary many years ago when I was just a little girl through my mom. And so I never knew through those years that eventually we were going to be working in ministry together. And how cool is that? So I heard, because I would hear my mom talk to Pastor Dennett, and he started talking about Church Without Walls, and I heard his heart, and I saw his heart and his words and just how much passion he had about it, and I knew that I wanted to be a part of it, and that I wanted to tell my church about it and get them involved and get my youth ministry involved as well. So, yes. So the first thing we did was we collected socks and undergarments for children in our community that have that need. And so, sometimes you get consumed with your own lives and your own world, and that's the only world that you see and the only life that you see. And so by working with Pastor Dennett, he has really shown me that everybody is an individual and there's no groups of people. Everybody's an individual and everybody has needs. And so he's showing me how to see the needs of people. And so I love working with him and learning how I can help and it's just opening up my eyes. So we've been collecting the clothes for about 2 years now, and I look forward to continue doing that, but also getting further involved. And so through this opportunity, our head pastor, Pastor James Wickham of Living Word, he saw that he wanted our church to get even more involved as well because of such an amazing ministry that it is. So I look forward to many other experiences and opportunities of working with Church Without Walls and just seeing what God has in store for our two ministries together to just reach out and to see everybody in our community as a one, as an individual, and to just see their needs and to help them and to just see the bigger picture besides just me and my old self and my family, that there's a bigger world and more needs. And so I just look forward to that, and the ministry, I just can't say enough that it's just an amazing ministry, and thank you for supporting it, and it's doing amazing things.